Cardi B made a glamorous appearance in court after failing to complete community service.
That's right. Cardi showed up to a courthouse in Queens where the judge gave her until March 1st to complete her sentence, which includes 15 days of community service. Back in September, the rapper pleaded guilty to third-degree assault and reckless endangerment, both misdemeanors, and received 15 days of community service as part of the deal. Cardi's reps told TMZ that she is dedicated to community service and charitable endeavors and therefore appreciates the court giving her until March 1st to complete her community service commitment in Queens, New York. Cardi will be doing community service this week.
I bet you she
so be
will.
On the lookout.
Okay. Look, in his new bestseller, Spare, Prince Harry is acknowledging that his family once generated wealth from exploited workers, thuggery, annexation, and enslaved people. Those are his words. While the royal monarchy has never publicly apologized, modern members of the British family, including Prince William, Harry's brother, and the heir to the throne have expressed sympathy for their ancestors' connection to the slave trade. Harry has been on a promotional run with his new book, telling secrets and his truth as a royal, which is causing quite a royal stir as King Charles prepares for his coronation to be officially crowned king. Spare has sold over 1.4 million copies thus far, and that's within just maybe a week or so.
Let me tell you,
amazing.
Letting Harry go, letting him step back from the royal family was probably one of the worst decisions in modern history of the monarchy.
So they should have just kept him captive?
Because he knows too much.
Yeah.
He knows too much, and this book reminds us that Harry is Princess Diana's son.
Yes.
Princess Diana was the people's princess, and I think, Harry is on track, to really, leaving his mark in history as sort of the people's prince. He is doing what he can to sort of right these wrongs now in his private life, and we love to see it. I mean, he's always doing is sharing the quiet part out loud, and I think the royal family would look a lot better, if they leaned into it. And look at what's happening in the world. Look at this movement around not just the United States, but around the world, around reparations, right? If the monarchy was sincere in their sympathy, then I think they would do a whole lot more to try and right these wrongs, especially considering that there are 2.5 billion people that are a part of the Commonwealth, the British Commonwealth, that are largely black and brown folks from around the world. And so, to ignore this really makes them look tone deaf. And, as the popularity builds with this book, I think a lot of questions are going to be raised, and the monarchy is going to be challenged to respond in a meaningful way.
Listen, which is a good thing. And a lot of people across social media have had a lot to say about Harry and his coming forth and the book. And there's no doubt, I believe that Princess Diana loved her sons. But there was a special knowing that because Harry was the spare, that he might not have gotten the attention that his brother did and has, and it seems like she sort of kind of knew that, and so she sort of kind of conducted and governed herself in that way. I know it's led to a lot of debates that she loved one son over the other, but that's really where the title comes from. It's the fact that his brother is the heir to the throne, as we know, and he is what they call the spare, which is cruel in and of itself, because both those boys are very important to that family. But I think this book has just been explosive, and folks are all in on it.
Well, when you take a break from the book, be sure to pass the milk. Two hip-hop legends have entered the cereal business in a major way. Snoop Dogg and Master P have taken their breakfast collaboration to new heights, revealing this week that they've earned a national distribution deal with Post Cereals. With 3 new flavors of Snoop cereal, on Martin Luther King Day, the two shared a video to celebrate the national deal alongside employees of the Minnesota-based cereal company. It should be noted that Snoop cereal almost didn't happen. The pair were initially forced to rename their cereal brand which was originally called, get this, Snoop Loops, after claiming the cereal industry tried to stall their early success.
All right, Black Twitter, it's officially being immortalized in the form of a docuseries tentatively called Black Twitter. The docuseries will chronicle the rise, the moments, the movements, the voices, and the memes that made Black Twitter an influential and dominant force in nearly every aspect of American political and cultural life. Headed by Insecure showrunner and executive producer Prentice Penny, the three-part documentary will premiere on Hulu. Penny says Black Twitter has become the most dynamic subset not only of Twitter, but of the wider social internet, capable of creating, shaping, and remixing popular culture at light speed. It remains the incubator of nearly every meme worth knowing about. He goes on to say that Black Twitter is a multiverse, simultaneously and archive and all-seeing lens into the future. Our experience is universal, our experience is big, our experience is relevant, which is why you have shows like FOXSOUL's Black Report to talk about it. I did a little research.
Amen, somebody.
That's right. It's still in production, so they haven't put out a release date just yet. And then I did a little bit more digging because I was curious as to how Black Twitter was born. And make that September the 6th, 2009 at 4:25, the Twitter post is stamped. A girl by the name of Ashley Witherspoon used the hashtag You Know Your Black Win. And within 2 hours, a huge response, and therein lies the birth of Black Twitter. I had no idea.
Look at Courtney Hicks.
I know.
I
wanted to know. I needed to know for myself.
Certificate.
Yes.
I love it.
I needed to know. So, I'm going to be down with this documentary. I want to see it. We've always talked about how huge Black Twitter is, whether they want to acknowledge that or not, which is why we've been paying attention to old boy and Twitter as to, what's going to happen there.
That's right. I mean, with Elon Musk becoming, the new owner of Twitter, I think so many of us, we initially thought, well, what does this mean for Black Twitter? And not just Black Twitter, what does it mean for Black Twitter here in the United States, but what does it mean for Black Twitter around the world? What does it mean for all the online activists that have used Twitter as a tool? Remember the Arab Spring in Egypt many years ago? Well, they were using Twitter as an organizing tool. And so we'll continue to stay on the lookout for that documentary, but thank you for uncovering.
You're welcome.
Uncovering Black Twitter's birth certificate.
Indeed. I need
that is
to know
investigative
that
journalism at its finest.
Moving on. Read the story, man.
Moving on. So you might have hot sauce in your bag, but what about pink sauce? That's right. Walmart is now selling the controversial pink sauce that went viral on TikTok and Instagram. The sauce gained attention last summer for its color, but concerns surfaced over what was in the sauce. Debates sparking over its ingredients, how it's made, and what it tastes like. According to Walmart, it's made of dragon fruit puree, coconut cream, garlic, ranch flavor, water, sugar, and white vinegar. The sauce is FDA approved and costs just under $8. A Miami-based chef came up with the idea. She was originally selling bottles of homemade sauce online for $20, and so now you can get it for only a little less than $8.
Well, good for her. She shored that thing up, and now she's on shelves. That's a good thing. All right, be sure to check out Ashley and Dominique Sharpton tonight for their launch of their new talk series, The Sharpton Sisters, right here on Fox Soul. Ashley and Dominique are the daughters of civil rights leader Al Sharpton. Each week, they will sit down with another fellow celebrity offspring who understands the mixed blessing of growing up in both the public and social media eye. Tonight's premiere episode kicks off with a full introduction to the Sharpton sisters. During the first half hour, the sisters sit down with Daddy to talk about their childhood and what Reverend Al really thinks of their new talk show. The Sharpton Sisters, of course, premieres tonight and then will air every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, exclusively on Fox Soul. We also love to give our brother and sister shows a lot of love.
That's right. That's right. And we love to see the kin of movement leaders like Reverend Al Sharpton, sort of using their voice and sharing their perspective. And what an interesting perspective it may very well be. We don't oftentimes hear from the kids of, mega activists and movement builders like Al Sharpton, Reverend Al Sharpton. And
right.
so really looking forward to what they have to say and the things that they've seen over the years and the things that they know that we haven't necessarily been privy to. I think just what a fresh perspective to bring to the FOXSOUL family.
That's right. We'll be sure to check it out tonight. And on the other side of this short break, more Black excellence straight ahead right here on FOXSOUL's Black Report.
That's right. We'll be right back.